Here are all the ingredients we're going to use to make the Olive Garden Minestrone Soup. There is a tablespoon of oil in the pot now, and I'm going to be adding all of the veggies. So we've got celery and zucchini, and the carrots. And the onions. There it is. The veggies are looking good, so we're going to add the garlic. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw some garlic in, about 2 teaspoons of garlic, and mix that up. And then next, I'm gonna add the diced tomatoes and the vegetable broth. Dump all that in. That's 4 cups vegetable broth, and then the tomato paste. The recipe calls for a 1/4 cup, but I just have a can of it, so I'm just going to put the can of it in, and it'll be a little thicker, which is how I like my soup. So I'm just gonna put that whole can in, and then I'm gonna put in some Italian seasoning. Again, that's about 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning in there. Go ahead and stir that a little bit, and I'm going to turn the heat up just a little bit on this because I want to bring this to a simmer before I add all of the beans and pasta. So we'll go ahead and keep cooking this until it starts to simmer. The soup is coming together nicely. It's got a nice simmer going on. So now I need to add the beans. I have kidney beans and white beans, so those are going in. They've already been rinsed. And then we have green beans. Now it says a 1/2 cup, but I don't really have a use for the rest of the green beans. So I am just going to be putting them all into the soup. A little extra veggie won't hurt anything, so I'm adding some extra. And then I have a 1/2 cup of little shell pasta, so I'll go ahead and pour that in, and then just mix it all up. And then this will simmer for another, let's see, it says 10 to 15 minutes, or until, pretty much waiting until that pasta gets tender. Already it's looking really good, and it smells good already. So a little bit longer, and we will have a soup that is ready to go. You may wonder what I do while I am waiting for my soup to finish cooking while it's simmering. It's time to finish off the soup. So I'm going to stir in the spinach leaves. And again, the recipe calls for 2 cups. I added a couple handfuls. I really like spinach. And I like all the extra veggies in the soup. Actually, kind of funny story. So when my kids were little, they would not eat soup at all. And one time I made a beef stew, and they liked it. And so it was kind of a joke in our house. The kids would eat stew, but they wouldn't eat soup. And you know, stew is usually a little thicker, so I just kind of got in the habit of always making my soups a little thicker. It's the way I prefer them, and My kids too, even though they're really not soup lovers. But I will have a bowl of this tonight. And then all the leftovers, lucky me, I get to bring them for lunch for the coming week. So I will have a delicious lunch waiting for me when my lunch comes around each day. So this is the Olive Garden Minestrone Soup. And the last thing I need to do is taste it and then season it. So looking good. It's ready to eat.